Good day, everyone. Once more, welcome. This is Kwena, your life coach. And I said previously that um, my initials are KEO, and it's Kwena Eugenia Oriet Manamela. That's my surname. And welcome to Back to Basics. This is what I'm calling this channel. We are going back to basics, the real deal. And I'm excited to be here and thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in. Well, today we are talking about live a life without regrets. Living a life without regrets. Wow, I think yes, it has shaken me a bit in the past 2 weeks where I got two of my clients, I think, and they were really in tears, really regretting the things that they have done, regretting things were different, and wow. In between, I watched a series of movie sometime last week, I think. I was taking the doctor's orders. I happened to be indoors, and I found myself watching a series, a movie called Marriage Contract, which kind of spoken to those words, living a life without regret. And it was such a beautiful movie. And it was on Netflix. For those that will find an opportunity to watch it, yes, you can watch it, but embrace some tears. It was such, I was hooked on that series, but it was really inspiring. It also taught me that, girl, live a life without regrets. There is no need for you to turn back. There's no need for you to constantly looking back. Live a life without regret. So, and I started to just look at what is regret. So regret means really a feeling of sorrow, wishing that you wish you could do something different, undo a certain action, something that maybe you're disappointed with self or embarrassed about something, or simply just missing out on just enjoying life, because hey, we really put chains here and put ourselves in prison and miss out on living a life of purpose, a life with a purpose. And we tend to look and live a life with regrets. So I'm here today. I don't know who is this message is for really, but I'm here to just try and inspire, someone who is going through difficulties, who's unable to move forward, but constantly living a life with regret and regretting always that or at always all the time. So I am here to say, number one, when you're feeling that you're stuck in that, acknowledge the mistake or whatever action that has taken place, and forgive yourself for feeling disappointed in self. Make sure that you free yourself, unlock that chain, break that chain, break the chain, and free yourself. Maybe talk to somebody, talk to a professional, somebody, talk to your elder at church. If you're going to church, talk to somebody that you can trust. And I found it's one of the most powerful tools to our healing process when we talk. When we talk, guys, remember to talk about what you are feeling. It's very, very critical. Yes, regret may also be about missed opportunities. Sometimes you're called for an interview, and gosh, sometimes you say, no, but not for me. And later you're like, but wow, I wish I did. And when you realize that it was basically nothing, you could have handled the position, fear just crept in. Most of us are stuck in that as well. So sometimes we say, I wish I said this. I wish I told him, maybe to say, I wish I said I'm sorry and I did not say it. Sometimes, loss of a loved one, you wish you could have said I'm sorry, because when the opportunity presented itself for you to say I'm sorry, you did not. And you learn that now, especially now in COVID, everybody, people are just, losing loved ones. And you're like, cool, I wish I said I'm sorry, how I wish I said I love you, and we laugh with some of my colleagues, and say, hey, when we reflect on Umjolo, the relationships is really frustrating most people. And somebody would say, oh, how I wish I told him I don't want you anymore. Or how I wish I told her, oh, let's reconnect, let's make up, I still love you. And when that opportunity is gone, it's gone. And we found ourselves living in a life full of regrets. So try and make sure that every time when that thought comes, in your thoughts, you allow yourself to make peace with the mistake, or maybe with the things that you feel that you wish you could change, or you want to change. And by the way, remember, it's not about ignoring that which has happened. It's about facing your issues and live a life without the regrets. Find the courage to face your own regrets today. It's all about finding that courage. So, and identify some of your weaknesses, and address them. If you made a mistake, accept that you have made a mistake and focus on what you can do differently. And try and make sure that you focus on yourself, focus on changing things and doing things right. Maybe you've cheated and you are about to lose a loved one. It's about time. Yes, do the right things. You know, Focus on where to from here. Don't say, how I wish I didn't cheat with that one, how I wish I didn't go out of my way and try and blame yourself and so forth. Correct, do the right things and start today and find the courage to face your own regrets and make amends, make peace, and do right. So live in the moment, accept the responsibility as well. Accepting the responsibility, like, hey, you know what? Gwena, I screwed up, and accept the consequences. Live in the now. And remember that we always have choices, isn't it? Do we? Yes, we have choices. Remember that. So if you choose to drown in your sorrows, and if you choose to constantly look back, I always say, when you drive a car, imagine driving a car and trying to drive looking backwards. Gosh, you'll cause accidents on the road. So it's just like driving your own life. So when you drive your life, and you're constantly looking at the regretting things that you, or wishing that you could change, wishing you cannot undo that. The only place that you can undo that is to start now, and it's to start today and do right and do the right things. So if we drown ourselves in regret over what we never came to be or whatever, so you will not find the courage to live in the moment. You will not find the courage to create what can be now. So become also aware of the things that are important to you, and invest in in meaningful things. Invest your time, of course, in doing meaningful things, and give your energy to the things that really matter to you, and sometimes, like, as I said, I have an opportunity to really sit back and really zoom into the movie. I had to create some space for myself, for my healing process, just to sit and do nothing. I did that, and here am I today. I'm alive, I'm okay, I'm feeling excellent. And Practice gratitude. Gratitude for every little thing, for every little blessing. When you found the courage to do certain things differently, it's a blessing. Be grateful about that. And remembering that as we live a life without regret, you will find that peace, because your peace belongs to you alone. Only you can give it to yourself. By the way, it happens when you're now living a life without regrets. Hey, it's not about I wish I did, I wish I could, I wish. No, it's about now living from here moving forward to say my life, it's about not regretting anymore. If I made a mistake, I acknowledge it, I accept that I screwed up, I accept my consequences, and I live a life with responsibility now. So never regret where you come from or what happened. No matter how stuck you feel, no matter how many times or how many days you have spent in your bedroom crying and crying, wishing things would be different. Wishy washing. It won't change. It's done. It won't change. The only things to change is to do right. The only things for things to change is to speak love, is to speak peace, is to laugh often and loving self, and make sure that you focus on the things that are meaningful. In that process, you will see your life transform. You will see your life being different. And sometimes people are stuck in the hospital, people are stuck in hopeless situations where they are feeling sorry for themselves, where they are crying out all the time. I promise you, you won't feel this way ever again. If you hold on to your steering and just drive your car and move forward, and you will see yourself living a life full of peace. So just don't regret. Live a life without regret. This is KEO Back to Basics with Gwena, your life coach. And I thank you very much for tuning in this day, and I'm hoping that someone will learn from this and live a life without regrets. Thank you for now, and bye bye. Much love.